After Man City won the title, United had to respond, and they did it by signing Van Persie.
He's clearly the best striker in the Premier League.
He took on the responsibility of that number 9 shirt at Manchester United.
Some people question the money that Man United spent to sign a player of Van Persie's age last year, but he was worth every penny.
And he's been an absolute revelation for Manchester United. And probably, you know, Man United fans would say he was the difference last year with them winning the league.
Whether he's tackling, passing or doing Andrea Pirlo's running form, Arturo Vidal is the outstanding midfielder in Serie A.
You know, but you always need someone in there who's going to win the ball back, you know, strong. Pirlo is the one where he makes it tick and good pass of the ball, set plays and...
Almost like an American football blocker, Vidal does Pirlo's hard work.
He's nicknamed the Warrior by the Juventus fans, and that's exactly what he is. He is a warrior. He's truly world class.
In terms of pace, power, man-marking ability, defensive awareness and also execution of the football.
He's comfortably the best defender in the world.
Eyebrows were raised last summer when Thiago Silva, the Brazil captain, decided to swap AC Milan for Paris Saint-Germain. Many people said it was a move only for the money.
You know, he moved to France, he was criticised for the move, but won the French title with PSG and they got to the quarter-finals of the Champions League. It looks like they're going to be really challenging for the Champions League title next season.
Well, Philipp Lahm has been the world's most consistent fullback, either right or left, over the past maybe 10 years.
And he's a very strong player, not only defensively, but going forward as well.
I always think he's a right winger. That's what comes across to me, but he isn't. He's a right back. So that just shows you how good he is going forward.
People have questioned at times his defensive work, but I always think that people do question that, you know, particularly when you've got someone so good at going forward. But you know, he's pretty strong defensively as well.
Philipp Lahm is very much the quintessential modern fullback. He does great work in the opposition end of the field when he overlaps Thomas Müller to get his crosses in. But one important attribute about Philipp Lahm that other attacking fullbacks don't always pay attention to is he's never caught out defensively.
Gareth Bale is like a thoroughbred racehorse.
And he can gallop down the wing or through the centre.
And the world is his oyster.
He's the closest I've seen to Ronaldo. He really is. I mean, he's good in the air, left foot, right foot, can go past players. He's got that little change of pace. He's got that little bit of arrogance, what you need.
This season, we didn't have the solution to win, and he saved us many times.
Tottenham are the biggest one-man team in Europe as far as I'm concerned. Their tactic towards the end of last season was simply give the ball to Bale.
Some of the goals that he has scored this season have been simply outstanding.
Well, Robben, you know, such a romantic story. 2011, 2012, you know, he became the scapegoat for Bayern losing at home in the final against Chelsea. To be honest with you, he was having something of a disastrous season for Bayern up until the closing months of the season.
In particular, after the injury sustained by Toni Kroos, Arjen Robben came back into the team and showed not only does he still have it, but he possesses it in great quantities.
He was absolutely instrumental, Bayern's key player, really, from the quarter-finals onwards.
He destroyed Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final over both legs, and he capped it off with a wonderful goal, cutting in from the right, curling it into the top corner.
And of course, he was the key man in the final. He set up Mandžukic's goal and then scored the late winner. Such a fairy tale for Robben.
It feels like he's been around for ages, but Müller's still young and he's still improving rapidly.
He's simple on the ball, you know, but he's got an eye for goal, which is so important. He can get into the box late if he has to. Good in the air, quite a big fella, 6'2".
Thomas Müller is a genius at finding space. He may not be the most graceful player in the possession of the ball, but he knows where to make the runs, he knows how to find colleagues with passes. And just for consistency and that drive and determination, he's a throwback also to the great German players of the past.
I mean, he's the perfect athlete.
He's got that quickness, that speed.
He's just an all-round wonderful talent.
What more can you ask for?
As an athlete and as a player, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have many rivals.
Well, there's nothing this lad can't do.
He can do absolutely everything and anything on the football pitch.
I think one of the biggest criticisms of Ronaldo since he went to Real Madrid, particularly in the early days, was that he couldn't do it against Barcelona in the big matches. That's all forgotten now. Ronaldo's record against Barcelona over the past 2 seasons, and in particular last year, is incredible.
Cristiano Ronaldo has got to be, the best, or certainly in the top 3 players ever to have played the game. I mean, I personally think Messi and Ronaldo are number 1 and number 2 of all time, and they've just taken the game to a new level.
On the field, at least, this has probably been the best season of Franck Ribéry's career.
He's a direct player, running at defenders, taking defenders on, both left and right foot, so you don't know which way he's going to go.
He glide across the surface just effortlessly. Once he picks that ball up, he can go inside his fullback, he can go down the line and cross in with his left foot. He creates a lot of goals and he scores a few too.
Well, Franck Ribéry, I think most people would have said that he was on the way down when the season started, but he was back to his very best, back to his levels of 2007, 2008 for Bayern. I mean, he was the architect of all their best work going forward, their playmaker, and it's for that reason that he's number 2 on the goal 50.
What's left to say about Messi?
We've run out of superlatives.
He's phenomenal.
An unbelievable goal scorer.
I love Messi. I admire Messi a long time.
Messi is the best player in the world.
In 2012, he broke Müller's record for goals in a calendar year. He's continued it in 2013. He's had another outstanding season.
He's capable of getting rid of 3 or 4 players in just one action, and the kind of play that he wins you games, that unlock games.
It's unreal, and he'll go on to beat more and more and more and more records because you can only see him getting better and better.
Lionel Messi has once again proven his worth to this team and proven himself possibly to be the greatest player that's ever played.
The proper question will be, I think, for example, if Pelé play right now, if Maradona play right now, how good they would have been. But as it is, in the evidence, what he does, every single game, every season, Messi is the best player in the history of football.